You never really remember the moment. Not exactly. You remember flashes, a laugh, a color, the sound of someone's voice echoing through a place that doesn't even exist anymore. But the real thing, the actual moment, that's gone. And what's left behind isn't a recording, it's a story. Every time you think back to a memory, your brain doesn't play a tape. It paints a picture. And the crazy part? Each time you look at that picture, you're repainting it again. That means every version of that memory is slightly different from the one before. Like a dream you keep trying to describe, and every time you do, it changes a little. I think that's kind of beautiful, actually. We're all unreliable narrators of our own lives. And maybe that's okay. Psychologists call it reconsolidation. Every time you remember something, your brain briefly takes it out of long-term storage, like pulling a file out of a cabinet. Then, when you're done thinking about it, it saves it again. But this time, it saves the edited version. Maybe you softened a memory because it hurt too much. Maybe you exaggerated one because it made you feel proud. Either way, the version you remember now isn't the one that actually happened. That's what's weird about nostalgia. It's not about remembering the past. It's about missing the version of yourself that existed when that memory was real. You're not longing for a time. You're longing for a feeling, a state of mind, a heartbeat that no longer beats the same way. You know that photo in your gallery you keep scrolling past? The one that makes your chest feel heavy, like the air thickens around you for a second? That's not sadness. That's recognition. You're seeing proof that you've changed. Every time I remember something deeply, I can feel my brain trying to fill in the blanks. I can almost hear it whisper, "Wait, was it raining that day? Or was that another time?" And then I realize, it doesn't matter. Because the memory isn't about the rain. It's about who I was when I believed that moment would last forever. There's a strange peace that comes from realizing your mind has been rewriting your life story behind your back. You're not the same person who made those memories. You're a sequel, a continuation written by someone who barely remembers the original author. And maybe that's why the past feels so heavy sometimes, because the person who lived it doesn't exist anymore. You know what's even crazier? Your brain can invent memories. There was this experiment once. Researchers asked people to recall a childhood trip. Then, they secretly added a fake detail, a red balloon that never existed. When they asked again a week later, almost everyone remembered the red balloon. They described how it floated, how it bobbed in the wind, how it slipped from their hand. But it never happened. That means your brain doesn't just store memories. It creates them. It fills in the blanks to make your story feel whole. Because deep down, your brain isn't trying to give you truth. It's trying to give you meaning. Think about it. When you look back on your happiest moment, you don't remember what you ate, what time it was, or what song was playing. You remember the feeling, the warmth, the comfort, the safety. And when you look back on your darkest day, you don't remember the exact words someone said. You remember how small you felt, how time seemed to slow down, how silence suddenly became too loud. Memories are emotional blueprints, not data logs. And that's what makes them so fragile, but also so human. Sometimes I wonder if forgetting is just the brain's way of saying, "You've carried this long enough." We treat forgetting like failure, but what if it's forgiveness? What if forgetting someone is the only way to let them go, not because they didn't matter, but because they did? Because your mind knows you can't keep reopening the same wound forever. We spend our whole lives trying to hold on to moments, But moments aren't meant to be held. They're meant to pass through us. Like a breeze. Like a song that fades right when you start to love it. You can't own time. You can only experience it. Every smile, every heartbreak, every late-night thought that makes your chest heavy, they're all just small proofs that you were here, that you existed, and you felt something. So tonight, don't fight the thoughts that come. Don't chase the ones that leave. Just breathe. Let your memories drift like clouds. You don't need to hold them to appreciate them. Because maybe peace isn't found in remembering everything. Maybe it's found in finally being okay with forgetting a few things. And if you're listening to this in bed, eyes half closed, wondering if you've done enough for today, you have. Now sleep, and let time do what it does best. Pass.